Hello, Bill Molyneux here, and I'm on the camera today. I'm going to talk about a couple things. For one, we're going to go over the 3D printed products that Josh Warliff has made for me. We're going to do the French Indian War figures and the German half-tracks, the Piats, and the British paratroopers holding the Piats. The next thing is, get out of the way, Adventure Game Source, Bill Molyneux Games, Fast Play War Games, it's all the same thing. My French Indian War games and the Brandywine game, they're available there. They'd be great for Christmas presents. And don't forget, we have Goober the Traveling Bear calendar. And the proceeds from that, the donation money, for every calendar sold, I'll be sending a donation for that to Fort Ticonderoga the day or two after Christmas. So, this coming weekend, I will be at Newtown Battlefield. I'll also be visiting my daughter and the grandkids and taking them around to Elmira, New York's battlefield of the American Revolution. And right now, I'll stop shibber-shabbering and we'll go over some of these great models that Josh has been printing for me. All right, well, let's go over these German half-tracks. Josh charges $20 plus shipping. They are quite heavy. They're solid, and they are really neat. You know, I've had the Airfix ones. These are just fantastic. Very little cleanup needed on them. I mean, they're ready to go. Compared to the 1/35th scale, smaller half-track, the Scout track, the tires and all are just about identical in scale. And here we have our 54mm British Paratrooper. And as you can see, he scales in perfect. It also comes with the rear machine gun, which I haven't mounted yet, because I'm going to paint these. And also the front shield machine gun. Whoops! So as you can see, these are a fantastic model. I will probably never buy, if I need more half-tracks, I'll probably never buy a model or an Airfix one. I would ask Josh to print them for me. So that's it on the half-tracks, our Airfix Paratrooper. Let's move on to, I asked Josh to make me some Panzerfaust. So he printed a half a dozen of these up for me. And if you remember, I got those German World War II infantry figures from Airfix. They were gifted to me from Dan the Rat Man. And I'm going to glue those in the hands of some of those Germans. Okay, now my British paratroopers from Airfix did not come with Piats. And then I had some British World War II infantry that had bazookas. And on my No Stress Wargaming site, everyone was picking on me that you got to have Piats. Well, talked to the great Josh, and he made for me Piats with an assistant loader, 54mm scale. The detail is incredible. And also in the background, I'm playing A Bridge Too Far Arnhem music. Wow, that's it for the 3D printed half-tracks. Now, November 4th and 5th, I have the great honor of being at the French Indian War Braddock Road Preservation's seminar. And I will be there selling my French Indian War games, but we also are setting up a 6-foot by 5-foot diorama of the Battle of Monongahela. Let's go take a look at some of the figures. Alright, well, I have about 300 total figures for the table. But one of my issues was I needed French Milice. And I had some people say, well, you could make French Milice, you could use pirates. Well, I wanted red toques, and that is a red toque, not a pirate handkerchief. So these 3D printed by Josh for a couple dollars a piece. I'm not exactly sure what they are. I think it was $2 or $3 each. And so I have this entire unit, and the detail on these came out really well. I mean, as you can see, these are fantastic. Now, I only spray painted these one color, and then Jim Shaw in Gettysburg, who will be with me at the French Indian War seminar, he actually did the detailed painting. Now, I had some French beredes from Armies in Plastic, but I wanted some characters that were a little interesting. And Jim even painted the pupils and the eyeballs on these figures. Jim Shaw is a true master of painting. And a little joke, I don't think he watches my channel, but Dave Bybee of French Indian War reenactor of the French Marines Concours in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, that's him. Not that he'll ever watch this video. So that is what we have for our 3D printed French Indian War figures. It's almost impossible to find. French Milice, company out in California, is working on releasing some, but they have not yet been released. Well, my wife was away for a week, and she brought home some things for me. One thing I want to show everyone, we'll go over here and show you what she brought home for me. Well, she was actually at an Ollie's out in where she was working for a week, and they had this old Atlantis Monitor and Merrimack kit, and she's put up with my craziness about the CSS Neuce in Kinston, North Carolina. Yeah, she thought it was a bit crazy that, I drove some 700 miles to see a Confederate ironclad, and I still have to say it was one of the coolest experiences, both at the Educational Center and the CS Neuce 2 reproduction. So in this box you get the Virginia or the Merrimack, and also the Monitor. And according to the price sticker on here, it was only $12. So if you go to an Ollie's, you may want to see if they carry this still. She said there was a couple on the shelf. And you have this cool little water base. And I think this could be a nice little diorama. And there's not a lot of parts, so if you have a young child, 12, 14 years old, no problem putting this together. Well, that's about it for Bill's Basement Ramblings. And I'm hoping that this is interesting to somebody. For Star Trek ships, I've gotten a little bit more work done. And when I was at Josh's house, I was quite fortunate to obtain a couple Klingon F5 frigates from him that he had. Sorry about the focusing. So, I think the videos you'll see over the weekend will be of Newtown Battlefield. And also at the top of the mountain of Newtown Battlefield is a lodge. A couple buildings that were built by the Conservation Corps. And that particular unit was an African American unit. And the workmanship of that lodge was incredible. So I'm hoping some of you will watch that video when I post it sometime over the next week or so. Well, that's about it for now. Thank you. Stay safe. Be kind. Be courteous. And if you have an extra $1 or $2, send it to the Red Cross to help out with hurricane victims in Florida. Thank you.